Howdy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. Hi, golly, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Fair catch, called for and made. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Off play action on first down. Fires on the move. It's caught. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in the lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wear off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Hard running there. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, to the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, LSU.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move, he fires. Finds his man, and they convert. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 30, the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Rebels. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing in a double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough. Make a better decision. Do not throw in the double covers.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Offense ready to go back to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Give to the fullback. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. At the 45 on his way. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. He's at the top. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCluster. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
LSU 0.
And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. It couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Smashes through the tackle. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Rebels! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Got out of trouble and throws. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
Well, that ball landed incomplete. You saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 18 to NC State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Burns. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking for a crease. It's McCluster. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They go right back to him. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field.
Lasso! Lasso!
Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 42, LSU 0.
On the double.
Offense working from the pistol.
Here we go.
They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man down the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. They'll run play action. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking to throw on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking to scramble. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Makes his connection. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense was prepared, and I'm really impressed by the eye discipline right now. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to locate that receiver coming across in motion with good timing and getting the jet sweep, but they were ready for that play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. That incompletion brings up 3rd down for the offense. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that pass is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
LSU.
Looking for a productive play on first down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Cricket.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Got it! And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chugging and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Dumps it off in the flats. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw it again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. The throw. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, LSU! And the comeback is on.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. There is a long and storied history of great games between these 2 rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another